Hey everyone, so it's meant to be raining all this week, although for some reason it isn't currently, but it's forecast to, so I thought we would start doing some work in the man cave here. I should really be working on the sawmill, but the weather's not going to be right for it, so I thought better off working on this. The plan is to put in a sink, some work surfaces, and then work way around to have like a work desk. I've got a load of materials here that have been milled up. These are all from our own land, some ash we took down. And my friend Ben that volunteers comes helps with the plastering, or rather does the plastering. He got me a Belfast sink out of a skip, so we're going to put that there. Using mostly reclaimed materials and our own timber from our own woodland, so that's good. First thing I did this morning was drop a massive chunk of that on the top of my foot, so I'm limping a bit. I haven't looked at it yet, but yeah, it hurts. Never mind. Steel toe cap boots don't protect the top of your foot, unfortunately. But never mind, yeah, so we'll get to work on that. Nice to be doing a bit of woodwork, and we'll make some sawdust. Alright, let's do it. Just start by squaring up the ends for the pieces. Blade's a bit blunt. Just use the first one we cut as a template for the next one. Because we've got no straight lines, we'll create a piece that works and then line that up so it visually looks like, you know, they're right with each other, even if one's curving, and then use the flat surface we created on the first one to transfer it to the other one. This is the ash dieback disease. This is the fungus that's moved through this piece of wood. So from what I've been reading, this now makes this piece of wood very brittle, and you couldn't use this for anything structural, which obviously I'm not, but yeah, that's the problem with it. That brown patch there has now had a lot of the elasticity removed from the wood. It just cracks, it's got no strength to it at all. Bit of another pattern of it there, look, where it's stayed close to the edges and gradually moved into the heart. It stays in the sapwood a bit there, but yeah, it's quite infected, this tree. I quite like the light coloured wood, but it does tend to, sharp the dirt, and it ends up going dark anyway. A lot of this will be inside cupboards, so I'd rather just put a coating of this on it, and it will look old from the start. So have them there like that. The work surface on them, which comes to here, bridge across there with a sink on top, and then we'll be able to attach some runners to here to have drawers or shelves or something or whatever inside. Alright, so I've got these lovely big slabs here that I've been saving for ages. I'm going to cut a piece off one of these for the sink area. Well, one of these pieces will be the kitchen basically. And we want two pieces for the for my desk. So yeah, let's get a bit cut off of here. We want a bit cut off, 1400. We get a little chainsaw. I paid 20 quid for this log. I had to mill it, but very cheap. The rain has arrived at least, so I didn't make a mistake working on this. I just need to cut this off so it butts up to that. About like that. Right, so I've got a plan. Cut this wedge off of here. I've got to get this angle. It's a shame to waste it, but there's always going to be off cuts when you've got angles to work with on round stuff. So cut that off. I'm going to do a half lap back over this post here. So half lap that to join the next one into it. Yeah, we do a 40mm. What's that? About 1.5 inches. 40mm there, so we're 40. Well, I am currently recording, so if they weren't, they are now. Yeah. So I happened to be drop a big log in your foot. They wouldn't have even noticed very easily. Alright, let's get this screwed down. Right, change of plan. I put the sink on, it just looks too tall. So I'm going to take 50mm off of these, cut the half lap off, and then overlap the work surface so it steps up, so that we gain the 50mm back in the work surface height. So wasted a bit of time, but this is going to look better. I'm just going to cut 50mm off of them, put it back together. Right, so there we go. So I know these are normally sunk in, and that's a nice way of doing it, but I wanted to maximise space underneath. I quite like the look of it being on top. You know, it's quite a nice height, you don't have to lean over, it's fine. Probably have like a drainage board or something somewhere else. But yeah, it's all free, so that's good. And like I say, I've kept my space underneath, which was important to me. Yeah, I'm going to cut off this now. We didn't need to do that. Cut that off, have that next piece overlap so we bring our work surface height back up, because this is a bit too low. Right, so I'm working my way around. So just this is the off cut from this piece. Stepped it up, put a little radius on it just to curve it a little bit. Prop this up, cut this off. We'll put a half lap in this one, and then we're basically going straight then. Right, it is the next day, just working on another half lap. Right, that's where we're at so far. Going well. Need shelves and everything still, obviously. And that's looking like that's gonna basically go straight now, which is good. That's what we want. I'm planning to get those shelves in. But yeah, now I need to do a bit of a piece along here, small piece. This is still kitchen at this point. Just come around a little bit further, and then we're gonna go to workbench. I'm really liking this method of using like a big thick slab as a leg, or two of them as a leg, because I like the look of, you know, like the big rounded leg. But when you put like just like a branch on there, you've got it's really difficult to make like a square cupboard out of it to put shelves and stuff across. But this, you get the best of both worlds. It's, you know, you can just mill off some big chunky slabs and then they become your legs and the sides of your cabinet. So I like that, pleased with that. I think I'm going to use that a bit more around the workshop, to be honest, with these heavy tops. Right, so now we got that part of the half lap done, resting on there. Mark it from underneath. Right, just going to get this joint glued together. Bit of epoxy, bit of a sanding sawdust, bit of gap filling. Make it slightly less runny. I just gave get a few of the high spots off, but I'll give it a proper planing afterwards. They're way too big to go through my planer thickness. So. I'm just kind of like working out what I want to do here, and I was going to have like two basically full lengths, like an L-shaped desk, but the angle is too sharp. When I'm sitting there, I'm going to be trapped within, you know, I won't be able to spin on a chair and have like another point here. It'll be like getting trapped. So I'm thinking about having a much shorter L shape and sort of laying it out like that, but get that into the wall a bit more. Maybe out a bit further. Sure, that looked very smooth. Joint looks good. Oh. Right, working our way around slowly. Oh, okay. Not quite sure what I'm going to do in that corner yet, but I know for a fact that this is definitely going in. So I'm going to get this in and I'll be able to see a bit better what I'm doing. That's pretty good. Feels like it's sloping this way. It is a bit. Well, I think that's kind of going to be the layout. There's tidier ways to do it, but they all use a lot more material, and I want to try and save a couple of these pieces for workbenches out there ideally. If I do that, if I make that like a join in there, join those two in there, I can then fill that area in with something else. Otherwise I need to use a full piece, take it right into there, and it would be nice and tidy, but end up losing a whole big nice piece of wood, and I'm not sure it's worth it. I think I'm going to go with that, because that's not too bad. I shouldn't be too shouldn't feel too stuck in here. I'll be able to turn around, have a printer and stuff, whatever there. But this is the main desk. Yeah, I think that's what we go for. Right, I need to give myself a straight edge between here and here, and I'll just join those two pieces. I'll do that now. Right, got a straight edge to, well, roughly straight edge to work with. Try and figure out how I'm going to join that next one into it. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit off of this, just a slight angle, just to reduce the tightness of the corner a little bit. Okay. Right, try and get this bit in. Don't know what you're going to be able to see, but do the best. Right, little bit of epoxy, fill any little gaps. There's so many angles going on here, just didn't want to spend the time really to get it perfect, but it's pretty good. We'll get it all, wait for it to dry, get it all sanded up. You won't be able to see anything. I'm happy with it. I've also shaped this a bit. But yeah, we'll let it dry first. I'll tidy up now. Decided actually I'm just going to quickly put this big leg on the end, nice ash leg. I want to be able to get my feet and stuff under here, so I'm not going to have cabinets here. So yeah, I'll probably have a cabinet in the corner there. So we'll just go with the leg on this end. So I've got loads of power at the minute. The hydro is going full and the sun's out. So I'm just doing some wood processing, use up some of the power because the batteries are full, otherwise it goes to waste. So I've got some of this ash that I've been, my phone's about to go. Yeah, got some of this ash that I've been planing down a bit, and I'm going to cut this into slats, like strips, and then those can go across and make the shelves. And that front one should be whatever measurement that is, which is 650 odd. That's it. 655, yeah, that's it. Good. Right, let's see if this fits together. They will get doors at some point, or some sort of covers I'm sure, but it's reliant on the sawmill. Don't have wood for it at the moment. Only got enough to do this lot. Yeah, it is coming along in here. So got the sink. This is like kitchen, making food. Don't know what's going under there. Storage of some kind. You know, storage everywhere really. Desk for workbench and stuff. You know, my printer. Egg incubator in the corner. Then there's going to be a raised platform with a small bed on top with a storage underneath, and then in this corner here Dot's going to have a little desk as well in by there. So yeah, got a plan. Right, 2 shelves done. Now I've run out of timber I can use. These two are for a set of drawers just there. So I need to do some more, get some more timber machined. Just trimming this shelf down. I was thinking of removing it, but I thought I don't want to get rid of the shelf. Just trim it down a bit. Yeah, I still got space under it for stuff, so I thought I'd leave it. It's probably going to be handy, so we'll leave it there. Good. Tidies up. Believe it or not, that chunk of wood there is going to become shelves and slats. Hey everyone, so it's the next day, chucking it down out. So we've got plenty of hydro power coming in. Today I'm going to turn this chunk of ash into shelves for here. If it was dry enough, I'd also make drawers for in here, but it's not dry enough. I couldn't edge glue or anything, so I have to get some different timber for that. But for now, yeah, we'll turn this into shelves. Right, that piece should do in there. Another piece to go in there. Just going to cut this sweep off of it because it won't go through the planer as it is. Oh, dear me. Right, that will fit through the planer now. Firewood. And hopefully this piece will become those drawers. So I'll rough cut it up and then let it dry for a bit. Then I'll make it into drawers. It's got a big crack down the middle, so I'm just going to cut that crack out and then see what we can get out of it. Right, before we crack on with that, that's probably going to take a kilowatt hour or two to process all that. So I'm just going to go and clean the intake and make sure hydropower is all good. Right, up at the intake, I've got quite a bit of spare water here, so we'll put another nozzle on, give it a brush. I haven't been up here in a couple of days. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, there's enough water there for another nozzle. Go put another nozzle on. Right, in the old powerhouse, let's just get another nozzle on. Should take us to about 440, something like that. See, dips as it opens. Yeah, 415. We'll do a sweep and it'll improve on that. 420, 25. See, there we go. We're at 66% battery, so not great, but we'll use up. We'll add a load of power today, so I haven't got too much to do power wise, and it's raining. Right, so we're all sorted. We've got power coming in, and batteries aren't full because I did a lot of work yesterday. It's only just started raining, so I've only just put the hydro back on to full. It's been running averaging about 350 for the last few days, but now it'll be up to 500 nearly today. So once it carries on, we'll put another nozzle on. Right, let's get set up for surface planing, thicknessing, whatever people call it. So we'll set this down so we get the dust collector in, and we'll make a flat edge off of here, and then we'll transfer that flat edge down to here, cut the other side. There we go, there is our 4 shelves. So yeah, let's get the angles done in them, put them up. Right, 51% now, so not too bad, considering we've got the lights on and everything as well. Still at 420, that means we're just slightly draining the pipe, just slightly overwhelming it, but that's okay. It's the max I can run it without adjusting the spear, which I don't want to do. Yeah, just to be clear, that 50% isn't 50% of what's left in the battery. When that's at 0, the battery's at 50%. So because it's lead acid, you don't want to run it down below 50. So 0 actually means 50%. So when the percentage is at 0, that's when we know we need to charge, but the battery is undamaged at that point. But yeah, I thought I'd add a little bit about the power in this video. People are quite fascinated about it, but I do run all of this stuff, all the lights and everything off that Hydroelectric system. You know, it brings in 10 kilowatt hours a day. It's a lot of power. Right, two sets of shelving cut. Obviously the angle's the same, but they get smaller because it's on a curve. Let's get them done. Right, let's get these shelves in. They're all stacked up in there, ready to go. Take a bit of wiggling. Slide them all forwards. Right, well that is going to conclude this video. Still lots left to do. I need to sand it all. It needs doors. I need to make the drawers here once I've got some dry timber. But I've turned a big pile of nothing into something. Very little cost, like I say, it's just some screws and the 20 quid I paid for this log ages ago. And we've got some work surfaces and some places to store things, so I'm really pleased with that. And I think it looks really nice. I love the look of that sort of rustic, chunky slab wood style. I really enjoy it. I think it fits the building well as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to be the end of it. Hopefully we get to work on the sawmill again next week with a bit of luck, depending on the weather. And I've got a bit of a collaboration going on with it as well with another YouTuber, so there'll be a bit of that coming up. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.